So there's been lots of furore about Doctor Who recently. And I've been reviewing some old Doctor Who books about the 20th anniversary celebrations and the 30th anniversary celebrations. And now I've got the 50th anniversary book, which just cover New Who and Christopher Eccleston. Now, there seems to be lots of people getting really angry about the recent episode where David Tennant returned. You know what? I don't care. I really do not care. I'll be honest with you, I've never liked David Tennant as the Doctor. I found him an annoying, mature student type. I think David Tennant's a cracking actor, but as the Doctor, nah. Matt Smith, nah, pretty much the same as David Tennant. Capaldi, I didn't mind. And Jodie Whittaker, good idea, really badly done. And most of the dialogue was her describing things verbally that I'm understanding visually. I am intelligent enough to follow an episode of Doctor Who without having it explained to me by the Doctor, whoever she, he, they may be. So there's been lots of criticism for Doctor Who having the message, and I hear the critical drinker saying the message in my head when I say that. Look, I don't care. I really don't. I suppose the programme is a reflection of modern times, and it always has been. So the fact that there is a mixed-race family with a trans daughter, so what? It really doesn't cause me to lose any sleep. I really am not bothered. It's a reflection of today's society. I'm not surprised because, don't forget, Doctor Who is a BBC programme, and the BBC like those issues and promoting those issues. Personally, hey, as long as you're happy and you're a consenting adult, I really don't care what you get up to, as long as it's legal and doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. So what? So what? It's Doctor Who. What annoyed me though was Davros. Russell T Davies's comments on Davros. We thought because he's in a wheelchair, people think he's evil. Well, Davros is Davros. He's prolonged his life with Dalek technology, and I should think that because he's such an evil master villain, whilst in a wheelchair, it's a positive thing. But who cares? Davros is a bloke sat down with a rubber mask on historically, with a really old finger. I really don't see why. I think people are getting wound up for the sake of getting wound up, and I really don't care. I probably don't care because I'm not that bothered about Doctor Who anymore. I love the classic series, which gets me onto this. Look how thick that is. BBC Books, 50 Years of the Doctor. We're going to have a look at this. A good look at this in a minute. I'll see how much it was. £40, and I used to look on this enviously in bookshops until I think I went in the works one day and it was hugely discounted. I think I paid about £15 for this. So let's have a look at it. Let's not get too wound up about Doctor Who. If you don't like it, if you don't like what the BBC is saying, don't watch it. I don't like the show anymore, I've got to admit. I watch it sometimes out of curiosity. I've been loving the Blu-ray box sets that have been coming out. I think I've bought most of them, apart from the later Tom Baker one, which I wasn't keen on. One part of the Tom Baker's tenure I wasn't keen on. Peter Davison, I wasn't a big Peter Davison fan, but I bought The Trial of Time Lord, a couple of Sylvester McCoy series, a couple of Tom Bakers, a couple of Pertwees, and they're all great, and it rekindles your love of classic Doctor Who. I don't know why the BBC split it off into kind of old Doctor Who and new Doctor Who and current Doctor Who. It's all the same bloody show at the end of the day. We should celebrate, it can be different, it can be challenging, it can reflect social changes. And at the end of the day, who cares? It's only bloody Doctor Who. So I'm just watching lots of people getting really angry. And, they're pushing the message. The message. Personally, I don't care. I'm not surprised. It's the BBC. Who's bothered? More importantly, let's have a look at this book. This book is a whopper. It is a whopper. How many pages is it? How many pages is it? So look. It is 432 pages of pure Doctor Who. The legend, the legend continues. Nice embossed darling there. And it goes, funny enough, it goes through every single Doctor up to Eccleston. There we go. No great surprises. Monsters. Birth of Doctor Who. It's very weird. Some really good reading in this. Nothing new. But it's nice to have everything in one place. A nice pick up and flick through. If I'm watching an old episode, I will have a quick look at this. It's more of an encyclopedia. Missing episodes there. Celestial Toymaker episode. A lot of the pictures you've seen before in some of the other books that I've reviewed. Oh, I missed a page out. Oh, who cares if I miss one page? Daleks in Trafalgar Square, Vicky, the Web Planets, the Romans, the Crusade. If I run 52 pages, let's speed up. Meddling Bunk, pound. Piece of Butterworth, pound. Ooh, he looks familiar. The Hartnell's starting to look a little bit old. Dodo has come into it. Dorothy, or whatever she was called. Celestial Toymaker. Yeah. What a nasty piece of work he was. Polly and Ben. Polly and Ben, very good. And I've recently watched The War Machines again. I really enjoyed it. The War Machines, or the original Terminator, as it was. And here we have a change of Doctor. And just think, changing a main character. There's Troughton there and something else. Just imagine changing a main character in a huge TV show. How clever. You know, really. A needs to an end that's perpetuated. And you can have doctors that you like and doctors that you don't like. I'm one of the few fans that can take a leave. Troughton, to be honest, so it's alright. I preferred Hartnell. I think Hartnell's underrated. Well, he was an old grandfatherly type figure, but I like him. I think he mellows through his tenure as the Doctor. Well, we're not even halfway yet. The old stovepipe hat. I wasn't going to flick through every page on this video, but I can't resist. Seeds of Death. Show my son the Seeds of Death. He's 6. He really enjoyed it. So, I do think that with budgetary restraints, I do think let's call them the classic episodes are better written. And he is my favourite Doctor, the third chap. I really like the first 2 Pertwee seasons. Why do we say seasons? Series. Probably my favourite Pertwee episode, Inferno. It's just off its head. See, Terror of the Autons, this is just classic. The Doctor was kind of assumed the role of a Quatermass type stuck on Earth. And I really like it. I really like the Doctor being stuck on Earth. He wasn't for long. The old Time Lords let him off. I've missed a page there. So, the Demons. I think that was John Pertwee's favourite episode. Oh, it's Tweenus. Curse Peladon. Sea Devils. Now, Sea Devils is a good one. That's Ingrid Pitt, isn't it? 3 Doctors. I like the 3 Doctors, where the second and third Doctors
can't stand each other. They really annoy each other, which I thought was kind of fun. Frontier in Space, classic. Planet of the Daleks, not so classic. Green Death, kind of before its time. Sarah Jane Smith, one of the classic companions. Time Warrior. The woeful special effects in Invasion of the Dinosaurs, but quite a good episode. Another Dalek one's shoehorned in there. The Whomobile, Planet of the Spiders. I think he just an excuse for him to ride every sort of vehicle he could. Growing up, this is when I become aware of the series under Tom Baker's tenure. So I first started watching Doctor Who in about 1977. So Leela, I remember being in it. We all remember Leela being in it. And Blackpool Illuminations had a Doctor Who Illumination section, and they had the giant robot, which I thought was really cool. It was extremely cool. I thought Tom's series, it took a bit of getting used to. The Doctor's secondary control room, love it. It kind of got going. Wasn't Leela great? Towns of Weng Chang, classic. I like the Victoriana with Baker's era. K9. Svendal, Sunmakers, and Invasion's Time, Romana. I really like I like Romana one because she was superior to the Doctor, and he didn't like it. And it kind of meanders through the Key to Time. Not the greatest episodes. They're alright. Mary Tam's really good though as Romana. Second Romana. Those Novellans, whatever they were pretty cool at the time. City of Death. Could this be the classic Tom Baker episode? Bit of Douglas Adams. Fantastic. And look at that scarf on Tom. Bless him. Creature from the Pits. Nightmare of Eden. Some quality control there is around this time. Meglos. Adric. Yeah. Nissa. So we start transitioning here to the next era. I wish one there. My wife said she had a Tom Baker action figure. Should have kept hold of it. Might be worth something now. Fifth Doctor. Was never a fan of the Fifth Doctor. I don't know. I think after two really, it was alright, but after two really strong characters in the third and fourth, it was a bit of a letdown. And I watch these every week. I enjoyed them as a 8, 9, 10-year-old. Yeah, they're alright. I thought Chameleon was pretty cool. I really did. Five Doctors was a mess. I got really excited seeing it on TV, and it was a bit of a disappointment. Tegan in the leather miniskirts, not a airline uniform. Perry. Nicola Bryant, who everybody actually thought was American because she kept an American accent on off stage. The much misunderstood Sixth Doctor. I'm just going a bit blurred. The Sixth Doctor's made this camera go a little bit blurred. Is it because of the noble brow? Let's sort it out. Hold on a sec. Right, the noble brow is back in focus. I did on the wrong setting. Horrendous costume. Good Doctor. And his stock's grown since he left. Old Babe and the Butcher, also known as. Yeah, Colin Baker's gone out of focus again. Hold on. Let's start again. Revelation of the Daleks. No, let's not start again at the beginning of the book. And Trial of the Time Lord. Bit of an epic, bit different. And probably the first episode of this has the best Doctor Who effect shots ever. In hindsight, Colin was a very good Doctor, but at the time, a bit of a pantomime villain in the press. And number 7, again. Doctor Who was really derided at the time. Got old Mel there screaming away. Really derided in the press. Ken Dodd. I think they were really good episodes. Ace, I think, is one of the best companions. And it was really good to see her and the Doctor together again. It was really good to see the Sixth Doctor and Perry together again on the BBC special. So whilst everybody's battering the BBC, all this, the Doctor scheming and manipulating. Fantastic stuff. And there we end with Survival. And then The Other Worlds. Rowan Atkinson as the Doctor. Wasn't that terrible? The 8th Doctor, Paul McGann. What a missed opportunity. On the screen anyway. Good, he had a lot of Big Finish. Eccleston come back with a great fanfare. I liked Eccleston. Bit annoyed when he left, to be honest. It was a pretty good series. World's tightest facelift. And we meander through, and through. Captain Jack. I quite like Torchwood as well when it first came out. Bad Wolf. And a lot on the new series. The new series as it was then. On Tennant. Made an appearance. The Next Doctor. The Future. So this was brought out after series 1. Why do they call it series 1? Crazy. So that is a trip through time.
And there you go. Apologies for the blurred bits in the middle. As I said, I wasn't planning thumbing through every page, but I'm glad I did. Refers that quite a lot, to be honest. It's a nice reference book. Better than, as I said, the last video, Doctor Who video I made, was looking at that. The 30th anniversary. Big difference in how thick it is. But yeah, if you ever see a copy, second hand, worth getting. And to people who get really wound up about Doctor Who, it's only Doctor Who. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and I hope to see you again very soon.